schedule expert, Dr. Chanchla Jain ma'am, and dear participants. A warm welcome to all of you with a special welcome to our esteemed master trainer and research expert, Dr. Chanchla ma'am, and assistant professor at Prestige Institute of Management and Research, Indore, to the FDP training program on statistical analysis with Excel. Foundation of India and Trustee Support Foundation of India, committed to uplifting society and enhancing educational standards. RFI promotes Indian research through various events, including and national activities. At its core, RFI is dedicated to enriching the educational process by fostering scholarly inquiry and facilitating the practical application of research outcomes. Additionally, RFI leads research and development initiatives in higher education by establishing strategic partnerships with leading universities across India through memorandums of understanding. Its membership comprises faculty, researchers, graduate students, and distinguished professionals, all contributing their diverse expertise to educational research. Notably, RFI operates independently of governmental sponsorship, ensuring autonomy and integrity in organizing over 1,000 international conferences, workshops, FDPs, symposia, and more worldwide. Currently, RFI boasts 87 chapters in India and 80 chapters across Asia and beyond, five distinct boards representing. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Chanchla ma'am. She is an accomplished author, research expert, and academician with over 11 years of experience in management and commerce. She is the co-founder of Urja Counseling and Training Indore and also serves as the co-coordinator of IQSC at Prestige Institute of Management Research. As a research expert and trainer, she has conducted numerous workshops and FDPs on the SPSS module, research paper writing, and analysis using R programming. She has completed a research project in the medical field presented to the Central Ministry and has chaired and co-chaired various conferences. With over a decade of extensive research experience, she has presented papers at more than 20 national and international conferences, earning 5 Best Paper Awards, 1 each at JIMS Delhi and Pacific University Udaipur, and 3 at Prestige Institute Indore. Additionally, more than 42 of her research papers have been published in reputed Scopus indexed national and international journals. Under her guidance, many research scholars are pursuing their PhD degrees, and she has supervised over 500 students in their major and minor research projects. So that's only a glimpse of Madam's extensive expertise. Her contributions to the field are truly remarkable. Now, without further delay, I would like to request Dr. Chanchla ma'am to please start the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Neha ma'am. Neha ma'am, please confirm me. Am I audible clearly?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yes. Thank you so much, Neha ma'am, once again for introducing me with the participants. And before starting the session, once again, I want to thanks to the RFI team, especially Ajay Jain sir, Saurabh Jain sir, for giving me invite for conducting this particular FDP. Thank you so much for that. Now, without delaying and talking much about the formalities, I think I'll start the session. Today, and as this is a 5-day FDP, today is a day 1 where I'm going to talk about the descriptive statistics, right? So at the onset of this FDP, I want to make to confirm, means make to clear all these things to the participants that this will be the online FDP. So my request is that you need to please do a hands-on practice along with me, whatever I'll try to explain you through this Google Meet platform. So that way you will get more understanding about the how you can use Excel for the data analysis purpose, right? Apart from that, as this is a Google Meet, once I will share my screen, I cannot see the Google Meet screen, right? So if you have any queries, I request you, please unmute yourself and please ask me. And whenever I'll ask some question, I am requesting you, please respond to my questions, as this is an online FDP. So it will be difficult for me that to whom I am interacting, right? So this will be the few points which I want to highlight before starting the session. So with this, I'll start the session. The pedagogy which I'm going to use in this FDP will be, I will explain you the theoretical aspect of the concept, and then we will see that how Excel can help us in applying that particular thing in Excel, right? So with this, I'll share my screen, and I want to confirm you before it that I have shared one Excel sheet in the WhatsApp group. I hope you people have received it. I think multiple times it has been shared by the Yogi sir also. So I hope people have received the sheet. Okay, fine. So I'll share my screen, and once I will share my screen, I'm expecting you to please confirm me whether you have able to see my screen or not. Fine. Okay, so you are showing me some thumbs up. So that means it is giving me indication that you people have received the Excel sheet. It is good.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I'm just having some difficulty. Means I just joined with my mobile, but someone is dismissing me. I'm not able to continue with my laptop because currently I don't have the laptop charger. So I just continue with my mobile, but I'm not getting why they dismiss me. I started with my mobile.
I think I cannot give the answer of this, Vaishali ma'am, because I'm not the host of the meeting.
Okay, okay.
Right, so I cannot.
Someone
Yeah.
is saying me rejoin, so I will try. Yes.
Join again. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry to interrupt you, ma'am. I don't want to ask
Fine.
this kind of
No,
question.
no, no, no. It is totally fine, ma'am. Because once the person is joining for understanding things, there is no problem. You can share your problems, no issues.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I'll share my screen first.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah.
Ma'am, Ketki here, ma'am.
Yes, Ketki,
How are
ma'am.
you, ma'am?
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am,
hello.
actually, I just, hello, ma'am. Ma'am, I just joined the WhatsApp group right now, just now. So can the Excel sheet be shared again, ma'am, please?
Yes, yes, it will be shared, ma'am. Don't worry. Initially, I'm going to talk the conceptual aspect, right? So meanwhile, you will receive it. No problem. I think someone will share. Yogi sir, I think, has shared the sheet again. You
Yes, sir, but please share again, sir, please.
Yes, yes. It will take around 15 minutes me to give you the understanding that how we can use Excel, right? Before that, I'm asking the talking only about the conceptual aspect, right? So I hope meanwhile anyone will share. Don't worry. I think someone has shared already, ma'am. You can
Yes,
check.
ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Neha, ma'am. Fine. Any other doubts? May I start now?
Received. Thank you. Thank you, Neha, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Chanchala, ma'am.
Thank you, Ketki, ma'am. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So friends, initially I'm showing you my Excel sheet, right, where I will write every content here. Means I'm not showing two things, that Word document and all. I'm just writing everything here on this Excel sheet only, right? So before talking or before directly talking about the descriptive statistics, I must want to make the base for this particular session, right? As descriptive statistics is a part of statistics. So rather than jumping directly on the descriptive statistics, initially I will talk about few terminology of the statistics, right? So before talking about descriptive statistics, I want to know anyone who can tell me what do you understand by term statistics? Anyone?
Ma'am, may I try?
Yeah, anyone, yes.
Ma'am, statistics would be, in simple terms, using of reliable data to come to a conclusion.
Okay, fine. It's Ketki, ma'am, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Fine.
I always join your sessions, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, Kirti ma'am. Yes, anyone else?
Ma'am, interpretation of data.
Interpretation of data, very good. Any other point? Anyone else? It is not like, ma'am, if you are having anything else, you can tell, or else anyone else want to contribute, they can also.
Statistics use sample data
Yes,
for concluding about some representation about the population.
very good. May I know the name?
Yes, Dr. Indrani Mukherjee.
Indrani ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Anyone else?
Ma'am,
Yes.
collecting the data and convert it into the information.
Okay, collecting the data and converting it into the information. Okay, one other point of view, very good. Anything else?
Ma'am, comparative
Interpretation of
Yes. Someone is saying
interpretation of data to predict the future.
interpretation of the data for future prediction.
To predict the future.
Okay, to predict the future. Okay, fine. Good. Anything else? I think one more person wants to contribute. Anything else?
to use the data to find out the relationship between different variables.
Very good. Good.
Quantitative variables.
Quantitative variables. Very good. Means if I want to take the point of view of all of you, so in a simple line, if I want to summarize statistics, I will say statistics is nothing but it is a process of collection, organization, presentation, and analysis of data, right? Means statistics is not confined to only analysis. This process starts from the collection of the data. So once you are thinking of writing your research paper or writing your PhD thesis, right? So after writing few chapters like the introduction part, review part and all, after that you are now reaching to the portion where you want to decide that these will be my objectives, right? These will be my hypothesis on the basis of my objectives. So means you will be in a position to identify your variables, right? If you are in a position to identify your variables, you need to know now how you are going to measure those variables. After understanding that, you are going to collect the data for those variables, right? So statistics starts from here. You will now go for collecting the data. Whatever data you will collect, you will organize that data in a particular format so that you can understand. Means you will tabulate your data, right? Then if you want to get some insights from your data, you will go for the presentation of your data. So might be possible you're using various kinds of graphs and charts to present your data. And then if you want to get some more insights from the data, you are going for the applying some statistical techniques on that data so that you can analyze that data, right? So that way, this is a circle, or this is a process which we can say this is known as statistics, right? Then further, we can divide statistics into the some parts. There are two categories of statistics named as descriptive and inferential. So I think descriptive, till now, I think when I asked you what do you mean by statistics, nobody has touched the term descriptive, but many of you have told something about inferential. I think some of you have said we need to collect the sample, and using that sample, we are talking about the population. One of you have said we are, when we are interested to find the relationship between the variables, we are using statistics, right? So this type of definition which I have got from you people. So that means whatever you said, it is not incorrect. When I'm talking about the types of statistics, in some where we can fit those things, right? So now we will see where we can fit those things. First thing, when I talk about the types, I said statistics is a broad term, but we can classify this into the two categories: descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. The first thing is the descriptive statistics today, which we need to understand this thing, right? So when I say descriptive is nothing but it is a way or process of summarizing data, right? when you want to summarize your data to get insights from it. We are saying we are applying the descriptive statistics, right? Because once everything I will talk in terms of research, because I think I am understanding this thing. There are the people, those who are from the academia, right? So you want to understand these things from the research point of view. So I'll say when I talk about the research, that means when I am writing a research paper. So generally we are dealing with the large data set, right? Maybe 100, 200, 250, 500, something like. So in that case, when I'm having the data for a particular variable, say for example, I'm having the data of income of the people, right? So looking at the income data, when I'm having the income of the suppose 200 people, looking at the income data, I cannot comment anything. So what I can do, I can apply descriptive statistics on that, and that way I can summarize the income data, and I can draw some insights from that, right? That what income is saying to me. So to get that summary, we are having certain methods available, right? Those methods are known as, anyone who can tell me what methods we can apply under the descriptive statistics?
Mean, median, mode.
Very good, very correct. May I know the name?
Dr. Ruchi.
Ruchi ma'am. Dr. Ruchi ma'am, thank you so much. Anyone else?
Ma'am, deciles,
Measures of
percentiles, correlation sometimes.
Yes. Very good. May I know the name, ma'am?
Surbi.
Surbi ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. So whatever names you both, the faculty members have taken are correct. I can say broadly we can classify these methods into the three parts. Measures of
Central tendency.
Yes, very correct. Measures of dispersion and measures of distribution. Under the measures of central tendency, as the ma'am said, there are three
Mean,
methods.
median, mode.
Yes, mean, median, and mode. Under the measures of dispersion, although there are classification of this, there is
Mean, deviation, range.
yes, there is absolute dispersion method, there is a relative dispersion method, but in terms of statistics, the mostly used methods are standard deviation and variance. Apart from that, you can take range also, mean deviation also. You can take the interquartile range, quartile deviation. There are so many methods available, right? Coefficient of variance, but mostly used are the standard deviation and variance, right? And from the research point of view also, we are generally reporting these. Then under the measures of distribution, we can keep skewness and kurtosis, right? So these are the methods which can help us to summarize our data. As today's session is focusing on descriptive statistics, I am only talking about this. Inferential, I'll start from tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to talk about any method or any statistical tool which can help us to test the hypothesis, right? So that is why I'm not talking today about the inferential statistics. I'm only focusing on the descriptive statistics today, right? I will explain all these terms afterwards, whatever I have mentioned here. Before this, I need to have some data, right? So I think data I've already provided you. I'm not touching that data right now. But as I said, when I'm talking about, I need to collect the data, right? So that means I think I said one more thing. For the collection of the data, I need to be very much clear for which type of means what should be my variables. This clarity I need to have, right? So firstly, we need to understand the term variable. What is a variable? Anyone?
One is a dependent variable, other is an independent variable.
Very good, very good. Anyone who can define this term?
Something
The
which
value
changes
is
its
varying
value,
over time.
whose values can vary.
Very good.
The thing which is affecting.
Yes, very good. Which is not constant or which
Yes.
varies. Yes, anything else?
The
Which is
features
depend
of
on
a-
other.
The feature of a particular data we just
Yes,
want to
yes.
study.
Yes, it is any characteristics.
Which is depend on others.
Sir, for variable definition, I cannot say this thing. For independent variable, I can say this thing, or for dependent variable, I can comment like this, right? Variable is just any entity or any characteristics or any feature or
Agree.
any, sorry, I hope I'm clear.
Yes, ma'am. Agree.
Yeah. So that way I can say it is any particular aspect of any particular object which you are interested to study, right? So generally, when I talk about variable, in a name itself, it is available that variable which varies, which is not constant, is variable. A very simple definition, right? So when I say I'm studying any particular characteristics, for example, income of the people. So when I'm moving from one person to the other person, I know income varies or income changes from one person to other person. So the characteristics which I'm interested to study, which is not constant, is known as variable. A very simple definition, right? Further, when I talk about the types, because once you have decided these will be the variables of my study, now you need to see which kind of relationship you want to find them. So you need to decide upon that what type of variables you are having. So you need to clear one more thing, the types of variables. So I think one of you have just said independent and
Take for
dependent.
example, what is the impact of income on the consumption?
Very correct. So this is the broad classification of variables I have mentioned here, right? One more I can write. Apart from that, there are various other types of variables are available, but all of the variable types which you are knowing, maybe moderating, mediating, then latent, etc. All these come under any of these categories which I have mentioned here. But broad classification is this only, right? So firstly, I'll talk about the qualitative and quantitative, and then I'll come to the independent and dependent. When I say qualitative variable meaning is what?
Qualitative variable is something which is not easily quantifiable, but it is important for the research. It explains the why part of the research, why part of the consumer behavior.
Very good. So we can say qualitative variables are variables which are not easily measurable, which are not quantifiable, which you cannot express in terms of numbers, are known as qualitative variables, right? For example,
consumer
Honesty.
perception.
very good.
Honesty, perception, attitude.
Very good.
Whether a person is agree on something or not.
That is opinion of a person, you can say.
Opinion, yes.
Right? So these can be some of the examples of qualitative variables, right? Apart from quantitative variables, which you can easily express or which you can measure in terms of numbers. Right. Are known as quantitative variables. For example, I just said income, salary, GDP, age, export in terms of rupees or quantity, anything, right? Anything which can be measured in terms of numbers is known as quantitative variable, right? Further, discrete and continuous. This is the part of the quantitative variables. Means further, quantitative variables can be divided into the two categories. Rather two, there can be three also. I can say two means discrete and continuous. Discrete meaning is a variable which can be expressed in terms of whole number or integers, but positive integer, are known as discrete variables, right? For example,
Age.
No, age cannot be. Age can be, means suppose I'm asking the age from a person. Suppose a person is saying 32, but it is not like exactly 32. It can be 32 years, some months and some weeks, right?
Yes.
So if I'm saying number of students,
And number of family members.
Number of family members, number of children in a family, anything. This can be number of chairs in my room, number of fans or number of windows, anything which can be expressed in the complete number form. You cannot fragment that. That is known as discrete variable, right? Whereas continuous variable, generally in mathematics, we know between the two numbers, there are infinite numbers are existing. As I said, suppose 5, 6. So in between 5, 6, there are numerous numbers are available, like 5.1, 5.11, 5.111, 5.111, 5.12, 5.122, and likewise. So that way there are infinite numbers existing between the two numbers. So generally, when a variable is of that nature, which can take any value between the two numbers, is known as continuous variable, right? Means which can be expressed in decimal points, are known as continuous variable. For example, weight, salary,
Temperature, ma'am. Temperature.
GDP, yes, temperature,
Price of the product.
price, very good, right? Likewise, these are some of the examples of continuous variable. Categorical is again another form of the qualitative variable, generally, which can be expressed in terms of categories. So there are certain variables like, for example, gender, marital status. So if I'm asking a marital status of a person or occupation of a person, so that way I can divide or I can categorize my respondents on the basis of their marital status. That means how many of them are married, how many of them are unmarried, likewise. So you can categorize those people, right? Similarly, gender, if I say male, female, so that means you can say these are the number of male, these are the number of females. So you can only categorize. That is counting only possible in the categorical variable, and it can be again a whole number kind of thing. So this is categorical variable. So this is a very broad classification, right, of the variables. Coming to the first two which I have left, which is independent and dependent. So independent, I think one of you have already said about the dependent and independent. Independent meaning is a variable which is not dependent any other variable. Means it is independent and can accept any value. Is independent variable. Similarly, dependent variable is opposite to the independent. I can say it is a contradictory of the independent. I can say which depends on other variables.
It depends on independent variable. Take, for example, reduction of working hours on the employee productivity, reduction of 2 hours on employee productivity.
Working hours.
What is the independent variable will be reduction of working hours. Dependent variable will be impact on the productivity.
Performance or productivity, I can say, right? So you can say working hours and the performance. Now you need to see whether the working hours are more or less. Accordingly, we can see what is the performance of that particular employee. So that is, there is a relationship between working hours and the performance or productivity of a person, right? So that way you can take, or the very simple example, generally when we are talking about demand and price, it is a very simple example to understand for the dependent and independent variable. Even we have experienced this also, generally when we say when the price of anything or any product is increasing, generally the demand decreases, right? So that is, you can say there is an inverse relationship between these two variables. Price increases, demand decreases, price decreases, demand increases. Generally, this is the law in economics, right? So this is what I can say the classification of variables. This is a broad classification, as again I am repeating this, right? Further, once you have decided that these are my variables, now this is the type of my variables, now you need to decide upon how you are going to measure it, right? So next question comes, how you are going to measure it. Answer in the research is that you can use the measurement scales to measure such variables, because the variables like age, income, weight, if these type of things, age, you are asking to a person, so easily a person can give you the reply of this, right? That this is my age, or my age coming in this particular range, my income is coming in this particular range, likewise. But when you are asking or when you want to understand the perception of a person, right? So perception is a kind of qualitative phenomena. You cannot directly measure the perception of a person, right? I hope I'm audible. I think I can hear some sound. I'm audible, friends?
Yes, madam.
Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So I said when I'm talking about I want to measure the perception of a person. So perception, we know this is a qualitative kind of phenomena. I cannot measure perception because I'm not having any apparatus. When I'm saying the age, I know age can be measured in terms of years, months, weeks, etc. Right? When I'm saying the income, I know you can measure the income of a person in terms of currency. But when I'm saying the perception of a person, I don't know which unit I need to use. I don't know which apparatus I need to use, right? Similarly, if I'm saying weight, I know weighing machine is there in the kg, you can get the weight of a person. But for measuring the perception, neither I'm having any unit now, nor I'm having any particular apparatus available. So for measuring such kind of phenomena which cannot be measured directly, we are using the measurement scales to measure them, right? So we can say measurement scales are the way or is a process which can help us to measure the latent variables. Latent variables means the hidden variables which you cannot directly measure are known as latent variables. One example I just gave, the perception, and all the things which I have mentioned here in the qualitative, which you people have just said: perception, honesty, attitude, beauty, opinion of a person, anything, loyalty, the things which cannot be measured directly. To understand that thing, you need to understand what are the various dimensions of that thing. So that way you are using measurement scales to measure them, right? So I hope everyone is knowing there are 4 measurement scales available.
Yes, ma'am. Nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio.
Very good. Thank you so much, ma'am. These are the 4 scales available. Using these scales, we can measure various kind of variables. First 2, nominal and ordinal, comes under the categorical type of category. These are the categorical scales, and remaining 2 are the numeric scales, right? So categorical meaning these 2 scales will help you to measure the categorical variable. That means qualitative kind of variables you can measure using nominal scale and the ordinal scale. But for measuring the numeric kind of variable, you need to use interval or ratio scale, right? So when I say nominal scale, this scale generally we are using for the categorization purpose or identification purpose, right? Example, always I'm taking a very simple example, that is gender. So when I'm asking the gender of a person, I know this thing. When I'm asking the gender, I'm asking the characteristics of a person, whether the person is a male or is a female or maybe transgender, right? So that way I can only categorize my respondent that these number of the people are the male people or the female respondent or the male respondent. So when only categorization is possible, you can use the nominal scale to categorize your people or your respondents, right? So there can be various, what I can say, characteristics can come like gender, occupation, marital status, nationality, the eye color, the hair color, etc. These all can come under the nominal scale, right? Next comes the ordinal scale. So I think always I'm mentioning this thing. Always the order will remain same. This is the order which I have mentioned, because once you're moving from one scale to the next scale, every scale will possessing the characteristics of its previous scale. So ordinal scale will be having the characteristics of nominal, that is categorization and identification. These will always be there in the ordinal scale. Apart from that, there will be the rank order. Means using the ordinal scale, you can categorize your data and you can also arrange that data into the ascending or the descending order, right? So that way, this is known as the ordinal scale. The example of this is
salary grades of the employee.
Okay, you can say the grades, maybe salary grades, marks grades, anything you can say, right? So that way you can say, suppose I'm saying the grading system, right? We can say grading system here can be the salary grading, can be the mark grading, anything, right? So we know this thing, according to the grades, you can categorize the people. And also it is quite obvious when there is a grade, so there will be some order, ascending or descending. Suppose A plus, or maybe A plus A, B plus B, something like that. So there is an order, ascending or descending, you can arrange that. So that way it is known as ordinal scale. Next comes the interval scale. So interval scale will be having the characteristics like categorization, rank order, and apart from that, there will be the equal distance. So as per my teaching, I always take the example of temperature scale for the interval scale because it is very easy to make people understand what interval scale is, right? So interval scale, when I say temperature, so for example, there are certain cities, right? On the basis of their average temperature, I want to keep them in some particular category. So suppose I'm saying this is the first category, suppose. Likewise, right? So on the basis of their average temperature, I can say some of the cities are coming under this particular category, some of them is coming here, some of them are coming here, likewise, right? So you can find here categorization of the cities is possible here. Also, there is a proper order available, ascending. This is the ascending order when I'm saying 30.1 to 35, likewise, that is a descending order. And here you can also find there is an equal distance in each and every category, right? So that way, when you can able to differentiate this thing, it is known as the interval scale. But there is a problem with the interval scale. The problem is that this scale is lacking actual zero. Meaning is that whatever you are measuring, it will always be present there. It will not be zero. Because when the temperature scale was developed by the scientists, arbitrarily they have kept at some place that this is a 0 degree, right? And we know 0 degree Celsius, if I'm saying, so we know this thing at 0 degree Celsius, we can feel temperature. One of the characteristics of temperature, that is coolness or cold, I can feel at 0 degree also, right? So when you are saying it is 0, but it is not actually 0. One of the characteristics is still present there. That is why it is lacking with the actual 0. Because if you are saying a person is having the 0 salary, so that means actually the salary of a person is 0. That is a different phenomena, right? But when you are saying temperature is 0, but still at the 0, you are feeling some of the or one of the characteristics of the temperature, that is cold. So that is why we can say interval scale is always lacking with the actual 0. In a real or in a real world scenario, if I want to say, if I'm saying I want to find a person with the 0 perception, so I know this thing. It is very difficult to find a person with the 0 perception. Maybe person is not revealing or expressing his or her perception, but he or she is carrying some perception, right? So you cannot say person is with the 0 perception or 0 opinion. Person will be having it. Maybe he or she is not expressing, so he is opting neutral position. So that is why you can say that is known as the problem with the interval scale, lacking of actual 0. This problem we can overcome in the last kind of a scale, which is ratio scale. So this scale will be having the actual 0, right? So example I have just given to you, that is income, salary, weight, etc., height, etc., can come under the ratio scale. So this is the way of measuring your variables. So you need to firstly decide upon what type of variables you are dealing with. You need to means what are your variables. You need to decide their types, and then you need to decide using which scale you can measure them, right? And that way you can design your questionnaire, you can collect your data, and then statistical analysis will begin from there, right? So I hope till here I'm clear.
Ma'am, can you explain ratio scale again?
Okay, I said in the ratio scale, all the characteristics will be there, categorization will be there, rank order will be there, equal distance will be there, and it will be having actual 0, right? Actual 0 meaning is when I'm saying a person with the 0 income, right? So I think it is quite obvious the person is not having any sources of income. So that is why his or her income is 0. So when you are saying 0, means actually the person is not having any earning source or any money as incoming money he or she is having, right? That way you can say the person's income is 0. So it is literally 0. But in the case of interval scale, when you are saying 0, it is not actually 0. As I said, temperature. So when you are saying 0 degrees Celsius, and when we are going for the what I can say that cool places like Shimla, etc., at the 0 degree also you can feel temperature, cold, right? You can say. So you are saying it is 0 degrees Celsius or below 0 degrees Celsius, but it's still the characteristics of temperature is present there.
Yes.
So this is a difference between interval and ratio.
Yes.
So when you are saying ratio scale, when it is actual 0, this is giving you the, what I can say, the basis of comparison. If I'm saying my income is 10,000, other person income is suppose 20,000. So there is a ratio. I can say it's 1:2 or 2:1. In terms of me, it is 1:2. In the other person term, it is 2:1. Right? So when you want to compare kind of thing, you can go for the ratio scale data. Generally, you are using these things in the finance, etc. Right? Okay, is it clear, ma'am? May I proceed?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Now, coming back to the descriptive statistics, when I talk about measures of central tendency, so these are the measures or methods which are giving you the central point of the data, right? Mean, median, and mode, generally, these are known as to give you the single value which is representing the entire data set, right? So mean is generally known as good for the interval and ratio scale. Means whenever you are having the numeric data, you need to always go for finding the mean. Mean and median. I think I have written it wrongly, spelling. I hope nobody is bothering about this, right? When I say median and mode we are using for the categorical data, means ordinal, and the nominal data you are applying median and mode. Measures of dispersion, again, this is the way of getting the variation in the data, means how much variation is there in your data from the mean value, because you are having a series. For a series data, you're finding a mean. We know this thing that every value is not the mean value. There is a difference. So that variation, that deviation is known as the dispersion. So that dispersion or variation or scatteredness we can measure using the standard deviation and variance, right? So this way, these are the two measures which we are generally using in the research field. Next comes the measures of distribution. So for finalizing this statistical test or tool you need to apply on your data, right? Whether you want to go for the parametric test or non-parametric test, you need to have the understanding about the distribution of the data, whether your data is normally distributed or not. For understanding of that, we need to use two measures named as skewness and kurtosis, right? So skewness and kurtosis are the two things which can help you to understand the distribution of the data. Skewness meaning is what?
Ma'am, one-sided, it is towards skewed data. Skewed means, ma'am, one-sided, that only on one category.
Yes. So when I say skewness is nothing but it is a measure of asymmetry, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Measure of asymmetry in the data. Asymmetry from which thing I'm talking about? Asymmetry or asymmetry from the mean. Whether your data is symmetrical to mean or not. I think everyone has seen the bell-shaped curve. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
I think this is the curve everyone has seen. Yes?
Yes, kurtosis.
Right. So when I say this is generally those who are knowing little bit about the normal distribution, those who have studied this distribution, they know this thing. In the middle, generally we are saying mean, median, and mode. All three things are lying of the data. This is a standard normal distribution I'm talking about, right? So in this case, mean, median, and mode, all three will come at the middle. So that is why we are saying your data should be symmetrical to mean. Symmetrical to mean meaning is what? If mean is this, so 50% data should go to the right side of the mean, and 50% data should go at the left hand side of the mean. If this is a ratio maintained, means 50% data is at the right, 50% data at the left of the mean. That means your data is symmetrical to mean. There is no skewness in the data. Skewness value is 0, right? This is skewness. Next comes the kurtosis. Kurtosis means when you need to decide upon the sharpness of your bell-shaped curve and the thickness and the thinness of the tails of the curve. You are talking about the kurtosis. So kurtosis is a measure which can help you to understand the sharpness and thickness and thinness of the bell-shaped curve. In this particular diagram or chart or graph you can see, there are three bell-shaped curve, right? The middle one is the most appropriate one, the black one. This is the mesokurtic data. Mesokurtic data means the perfect normally distributed data. But when the sharpness is more, when your curve is more sharper, this is known as leptokurtic. And when it is steep or it is very flatter, it is known as platykurtic data, right? So these two are the data which is indicating that there is a problem of kurtosis in your data. That means your data is not normally distributed, right? But the black one is showing you this is a for the standard normal distribution, the skewness should be 0 and kurtosis should be 3. If skewness is greater than 0, you can call it as a positively skewed data, right? Similarly, when the skewness is less than 0, you can call it as a negatively skewed data, right? Similarly, when kurtosis is greater than 3, it is leptokurtic. And when kurtosis is less than 3, it is platykurtic. And when kurtosis value is 3, it is mesokurtic, right? So this way you can understand the distribution of your data using these two measures. Although once you are talking about some other softwares like SPSS, R, Python, Stata, MATLAB, etc., in that there are some more methods available. Using that you can ascertain the distribution of your data. But in Excel, using these measures, you can understand that what is the status of normality of your data. So this is the descriptive statistics from my point of view. I hope it is clear to everyone. Any doubts so far?
Hello, madam.
Yeah.
I have doubt regarding that S and K value. How we are getting if it is less than, it will be negatively skewed. If S is greater than, it is positive skewed. And if K is greater than, then how we can say leptokurtic? How we measure this KS? It is particular value.
Formulas are available for this. Here in Excel, we are having the functions available. So for skewness means as we are getting the mean, we are knowing how to get the mean. Sum of the observation divided by total number of observations. Similarly, for skewness and kurtosis, we are having the formula available for that if you want to get it manually, right? But in the case of softwares, we are having the functions available. In the Excel, we are having the functions available that can give you the value of skewness and kurtosis of your data. And these are the threshold values. So from these values, you can compare that. And that way you can comment what is the status of skewness and kurtosis of your data.
Madam, I actually asking how we can find that S is less than 0. Means I am asking that thing. How means like if mean it is depend on mean, look in mean value, median value, anything like that. How that S we are getting that particular value of that S.
Sir, that value you will get from the data itself. Suppose you are having the data, right? Suppose this data is available to you. You can go here, you can type the skewness function, and then you can supply the value. It can provide you the value of skewness, and then from this standard value, you can compare whether this value is 0, greater than 0, less than 0, and what, and that way you can comment on it. This is what I said. I hope it is clear what I said.
Okay. So you are saying there are some particular function to get that S value and K value.
Even formula also available, because we are not going for the manual calculations. So I'm not talking of those things, but formulas are also available for these things if you want to get it manually. But why, when we are using the software, we will go manually?
No, actually, if we know the formulas, then we can directly relate with visualization.
I think in the statistical books you can get the formulas. Formulas are always available there in books. You can go and Google all these things, and Google will also provide you the formula. Formulas are available. You need to understand the concept. That is very important. What that particular value is saying to you.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Okay, sir. Anything else? Yes. Friends, say anything. If it is clear.
Yes,
Want
ma'am.
to?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
May I proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Okay, so if it is clear, now I will take you to the I will take you to the now Excel. So whatever sheet I provided to you people, I'm expecting you to please open that.
Ma'am, can you please share it once again? Earlier I was joined with mobile and now I am in laptop.
Sir, I think I cannot share. I think I am all in the meeting. Anyone who can share on my behalf?
Yes, ma'am, I'm sharing.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Fine. So my sheet is visible to every one of you, right? May I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So friends, you can see the sheet which I provided to you. There are two sheets available named as demo and practice, right? On the demo sheet, on the height variable, I will work. On the weight variable, you can practice, and even using the practice sheet also you can work, right? That means you are having the two extra series available with you for performing the descriptive statistics if you want to practice it, right? I'll start with the height variable. You can see I'm having the height variable available, and this height is given in the meter form. Meter heights in meter is given to us, right? Now, as you can look at the height variable, once you will go through the data, you can find we are having almost 89 or 88 people's height available to us. Looking at the data, I don't think so we can comment anything on the height of the people, right? So the best part is that, or best thing is that we can go for the descriptive statistics, right? So I will write here few things. I'm expecting you also to type this, that way you can relate better, right? What things we are going to measure here that I'm mentioning here. I will measure here mean, median, mode, count, sum, standard deviation, variance, maximum, minimum, range. Then suppose also quartile 1, quartile 3, right? Then skewness and kurtosis. I hope you have noted down. I'm telling you, if you have not noted down, please note down mean, median, mode, count, sum, standard deviation, SD, variance, VAR, maximum value, minimum value, range, quartile 1, quartile 3, skewness, and kurtosis. If noted down, please tell me so that we can proceed.
Ma'am, can you please scroll?
Yeah, up.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, quartile 1, quartile 3, then?
Skewness and kurtosis. Do I need to repeat? Mean, median, mode, count, sum, standard deviation, variance, max, min, range, quartile 1, quartile 3, skewness, and kurtosis. Done? Shall I proceed? Fine. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay. So friends, we know we are using Excel, and Excel is very famous for the functions, right? So there are two ways of getting descriptive statistics. The first way is the using functions. So here I'm explaining you firstly how we can use functions to get the descriptive statistics. And then we will see how we can use one of the add-ins of the Excel, and using that how we can get the descriptive statistics. So both the ways I'm going to explain you. I'm starting with the first way, that is the functions, right? So here I think everyone is very well versed with the Excel. We know if we want to implement or apply any function in Excel, we need to use the equal sign, right? So press equal, then type AVE. So the beauty of Excel is that it is showing you all the functions starting from AVE in the prompt. So I'm selecting this average, right? So I selected the average and I need to provide the range of my data. So I'm selecting the complete range of my data, which is A2 colon A89 and then close the bracket. Done. Done. Average in brackets A2 colon A89. You can type also, you can select also. Done. Friends say yes or no. May I proceed?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Done. So I hope everyone is getting 1.51 as a mean.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so mean height in meter is 1.51 meters, right? Now for median, again equal, and the function name is median only. I am typing the range rather than selecting, it will save my time. So I have written equals median A2 colon A89 and pressing enter. So the mean, or sorry, the median height is 1.5 meter. That means 50% of the people are having the height below 1.5 meter. 50% people are having the height above 1.5 meter. This is the interpretation of median value. Done. May I proceed?
Yes.
Mode is MODE only. And then select the range or type the range and then enter. Okay, I think I'm getting 1.4732. Done, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Done. For count, how many observations you are having? For counting that, you can use the count function and provide the range A2 colon A89 and so we are having total 88 persons height data available with us, right? Total height, if you want to get of all the people, you can use the function called SUM sum. Everyone is knowing this function, I hope, right? No, I think everyone is using this. So total of height of all the people is 132.74 meters. Done. Anything I want to show you again?
Ma'am, please show the count, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Count one.
COUNT, count. Done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sum is done. May I proceed with the standard deviation? Shall I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
The function name is STDEV, standard deviation STDEV. Provide the range or type the range, up to you, whatever way you want to go. I have typed the range. So STDEV in brackets A2 colon A89, pressing enter. So this is
0.0733.
yes, very correct.
Yes.
Then variance function is VAR only, same
Hello.
which I have written. Yes.
Hello, madam. Actually, I am getting two options in my Excel for standard deviation. STDV.P, STDV.S.
Sample and
I
population.
guess for sample and population. Here, what we should follow?
S.
Sample or population?
S.
Okay.
Okay. So for variance, VAR. Okay. Anything else? Anyone wants to ask? For max or for getting the maximum height, we need to use max function. So
1.66.
1.66, very correct. For minimum of the height, it's MIN A2 colon A89. It is 1.33, right? Range, there is no formula available in Excel. So we need to understand how we can get the range. Range is nothing. It is a difference of maximum and minimum value. So you have calculated it. So you can select the maximum and then subtract it or subtract the minimum from it. It is 0.33, right? Clear? Range is clear, I hope.
Ma'am, can you show me the variance formula again?
It's VAR only.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else, or do I need to wait? I think you can ask me to wait. I think I am knowing all these things, so I can apply easily.
Ma'am, range wala kaise kiya, ma'am?
It's a difference, ma'am. Difference of maximum and minimum. So we have calculated the maximum and minimum. So we selected maximum. Putting the minus sign, you can select the minimum.
So you wrote equals to?
Equals to maximum minus minimum.
Then minus लिखूं, okay.
And then minimum.
Then enter. 0.33.
Yes.
Oh wow. मैं फर्स्ट टाइम मैं आपके साथ कर रही हूँ.
Very good.
सुना था. आज पहली बार प्रैक्टिस कर रही हूँ.
Very good, ma'am. Okay. For quartile, you need to use the function called quartile, QAR. Once you are typing QA, you will get the function in the suggestion. Select the quartile. Then give the range A2:A89, 1. For the first quartile, we are typing 1 and then enter. Right? For the third quartile, you need to type 3. Anything I need to show? I hope you got it. Do I need to wait?
Ma'am, please wait. Let us do.
Yes, please. Once you are done, please tell me so that I can proceed.
Ma'am, quartile 3 is 1.55.
Ma'am, I have a question. This A2:A89 you got by selecting this?
Ma'am, I think I already mentioned you can select also. If you're knowing, you can type also. If you're knowing the range of your data, you can type. So I think in the first function, in the main I selected, and that way I have observed the range is A2:A89. So for saving my time, I'm always typing here. If you want to select, you can select also.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So do I need to wait? It is done. May I proceed?
Hello, madam. I'm getting two options again for quartile exclusive and inclusive. What it would be?
I need to check. I think I'm not getting that. Maybe.
Actually, here I am getting quartile for certain version, and for this version of my Excel, it is giving again two functions: quartile.exe, that is for exclusive, and
that is based on
.inc.
the percentile, sir. Based on the percentile, but remaining 2. That is if I'm talking about the quartile. So if you can see, this is a very basic function available in the older versions also, right? But this is the latest version, probably 16 after 16 Microsoft 16 it is available. Previously this particular function was not available. You can use this also. I don't think it will give you any error. It will get the same results. Yeah. Okay, so may I proceed with the SQNS, or do I need to wait more?
Yes, ma'am, you can proceed.
Yeah. For SQNS, I am typing SKUW and then
SQNS is 0.11495.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Yeah. And setosis is minus 0.34565.
Very good. Got it.
Even I got the same.
Very good. I think everyone will get the same. We are using the same data set. Good. Right. Now we will see the interpretation of all the things which we have got. I think mean is indicating that the central value of the height is 1.51. Median is telling you that 50% of people are having the height less than 1.5 meter, 5 meter, and 50% of the people are having the height greater than 1.5 meter. The most occurred height value is 1.47. Total 88% total 88% height data is available to us. Total of the heights of total 88 people is 132.74. Variance, or maybe we can say deviation from the mean in the data is 0.07, and the variance is also 0.005, which is very small. Means the variance, if I can say, in total it is very less from the mean value. Maximum of the height is 1.66, minimum of the height is 1.33. The range, which is the difference of these two, is 0.33. So deviation you can find also, only the deviation is this much, 0.33. Quartile 1 means if you are arranging your data in the any particular order. So if you can say first quartile meaning is 1.4605. That means 25% people height is less than 1.46 and 75% people height is greater than 1.46, right? Quartile 3, 1.56, I can say, if I want to round off this, I can say 75% people height is less than 1.56 meter, and 25% people height is more than 1.56 meter. Skewness is 0.11. It is not exactly 0, right? Which will means it is very difficult to get the exact 0 in the real world. So I can compare this from the 0. It is greater than 0. So somewhere we can say the height is little positively skewed, right? Coming to this kurtosis value, it is less than 3. So that means your height is platykurtic, right? So that way, using this descriptive statistics, we can understand our data, and then further we can take the decision that now further what we need to do with our data. So this is the first way of getting the descriptive statistics. Okay, I hope it is clear. May I proceed to the next method?
Yes. Just one question, ma'am. Why we have taken quartile 1 and 3?
So means I'm not getting. So what we need to take?
Ma'am, like quartile 1 and range tak sahi hai. Skewness kurtosis is okay. Quartile 1 and 3 will give us like what? For what reason we took this quartile, and why not?
I have only taken this because once I'll tell you the next method, there you are getting the interquartile range. I think I'm in my point, I think you will get the interquartile range, and interquartile range is depending upon Q3 and Q1 only. So in that case, you can get the understanding from where you are getting that interquartile range.
Okay, because
interquartile range, yes.
Sorry.
Yes,
excuse me, ma'am. When I'm getting the result, now I'm not getting the result. It's mark is a name question mark.
Where I'm not getting, ma'am. Where you are seeing result?
When I have selected the items with the formula, but it is not showing the result. Can you repeat one thing again? I have missed some single thing like
from
mean.
where mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, only mean, only one again. Yes.
Okay, I selected average.
Yes.
Right. I selected the range. So you can select also, or if you are knowing the range, up to you, the way you want to.
Yes, right? I have selected this.
Close the bracket and enter.
Okay, I have done all this, but it is saying name, dash name. Some error may be there. Again, I will try.
Is it possible for you to share your screen so that I can see the problem?
Because I don't have your problem now. I have just typed something. Mine.
Are you not there on a WhatsApp group? I have already shared this data sheet there.
No, I'm not on the WhatsApp group. I'm unable to open my mail now. So
no issues. Is it possible for you to share your screen so that I can see what problem you are getting?
You, ma'am, continue. I will try it. If I will not get, then I will again share my screen.
Okay, miss, if you can share your screen, I can see, and then probably I can help you out that way if I'm asking. If not, then no problem. I'll go ahead.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you please one more time interpret the result of quartiles? Like, what is the relevance of this answer which we are getting in quartile?
Quartile. Okay, quartile, median, and means decile percentile. These all are the positional averages. Means if I'm saying quartile 1 meaning is what? Suppose you are having a data set. Quartile 1 meaning is what? I just a minute. I need to explain you with the some diagram. I think that way. I think I'm good in explaining. Give me a second. I think you can see. I have drawn a line here. Visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Now you can see if I have kept this point is the median point. This is dividing your data into the two equal parts, right? Once I am saying quartile, so the quartile 1 meaning is that this is your quartile 1, right? Quartile 2 will be your mean and median, and quartile 3 will be this, right? So when I'm saying quartile 1, that means this is 25% of your data and remaining is the 75% data. So when I'm saying quartile 1 is 1.46, that means there are means this value is 1.46, this, right? Meaning is that 25% people height is less than 1.46 meter and remaining 75% people height is greater than 1.46 meter. When I came here Q3 is 1.56. That means below this 1.56 means values will be lesser than this here, right? You can say 75% people are having height less than 1.56 and 25 people are having height greater than 1.56. So this is the relevance.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, is it clear to everyone? May I proceed?
Yes, ma'am. I forget to close the bracket, so it was coming. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, so I'm stop sharing my screen. Now I need to share my entire screen because now I'm going to tell you the add-ins, right? So give me a second. I hope my screen is visible to everyone now.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So those who, I think everyone is done because now you need to follow the steps to add add-ins in your Excel sheet, right? I hope it is done. May I proceed to explain you how you can add? Everyone, are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So now please go to the file tab. There can be the difference of the versions. I'm using the 16th version of Microsoft, right? So maybe you need to little explore where you are or from where you are getting this option, right? So everyone needs to go on the file tab or file menu. Then after that, you go to the options. Excel options dialog box will appear. Here you need to click on add-ins. Once you will click on add-ins, you will be on a add-ins tab or pane at the right side. Go down under the manage. You can see manage Excel add-ins. Against this, there is a button called go. I hope visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Click on go button. You will be on the add-ins dialog box. Done?
Yes.
Here
dialog box is not clearly visible.
I think that I cannot do anything because it is
Now
now.
it's clear.
Is it visible?
Yes, now it's
Right. So you need to select the first one, analysis tool pack. The first one you need to check. You need to check this box and click on OK.
Okay.
Once you are clicking on OK, it will be added in your Excel sheet. You can close this box then.
Ma'am, automatically close हो गया.
That's good. I think you have done the OK for that. In my case, I haven't done the OK because it is already added in my Excel. So I am not clicking on OK there.
Okay.
Done. Everyone added it. May I proceed?
Ma'am, please show it once again, ma'am.
Okay. Go to those who are not performing due to any reasons, they can note down the steps. You need to go to the file tab, click on options, select add-ins, go to the manage section and click on the go button. So the dialog box will appear. From this, you need to check the analysis tool pack and click on OK. Done?
Ma'am, do we need to click that solver add-in also?
No, actually, I'm teaching solver in my classes, so I have added this.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. you can click on the analysis toolpack. It will suffice. It will be enough for you to perform. Okay, I hope it is done. May I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, from where you can check this add-ins has added. You need to go to the data tab or data menu. Click on this. You will see at the extreme right, data analysis section will be available. Analyze section is available. Under this, you can find the data analysis tab or icon is visible to every one of you. I hope everyone can see in your Excel sheet, not in mine, because it is already added in mine. I hope in your Excel sheets also you can find it. Those who have added.
Ma'am, when we click, it should be visible, na?
Yeah. Once you will click on this, the dialog box of the analysis will clearly visible to you. I hope it is visible. I clicked.
No.
Sorry?
No, ma'am. No, not visible. Like not. It is not coming. क्या हो गया?
In your case?
Ma'am, I have added, but वो दिख नहीं रहा है वो जो आपने बताया.
This data analysis.
Now it is visible, ma'am. Descriptive statistics and all this.
Very good.
उसमें क्या उसमें ये देखने का?
Yeah, right. So in this, you can see, you can scroll down, you can find these are the various statistical tests which you can apply in the Excel, right? Presently, today we are talking about the descriptive statistics. So I think you can see by default descriptive statistics is selected. And I think we are interested in this only today. So I think I'll suggest you select this and click on OK.
Ma'am, one question. Ma'am, the thing which we added on, the thing अभी जो हमने add on किया उसमें Excel वाले इसमें जाके, it is the same this data analysis वाला tab. Okay. So because we have added, so this data analysis window has opened.
Yeah. This particular box has opened. Otherwise, previously it was not there in the Excel because it is the add-ins. We have added it.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, got it.
Okay. So select. Yeah.
It will remain forever now.
If it means sometimes it happens because it is Excel. Sometimes it happens it gives some problems. Even when we are teaching in the classes, sometimes it happens with the students. Also, it is invisible. So the same process you need to adopt, and that way it will be again added. Or maybe sometimes it happens you need to shut down your system. And again, once you are you are switching on this, so it will be visible to you.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Sorry, ma'am, I'm disturbing you, but my Excel is not showing this dialog box, data analysis. It's showing the graphs, mean, median in the right hand side. Analyze the data. It's showing me discover insight, mean, and showing me the graphs.
Which version of Excel you are using, ma'am?
I think it's the latest one, ma'am. Right now, I'm not so sure about it.
Means 21, 23, 365. Which one you are using?
I think it's 21. Yes.
But I think in 21, it is the same the way I have shown you.
Ma'am, can you please repeat
your screen?
Let me see, ma'am, if I can share the screen.
Have you joined your meeting through the laptop only?
Yes, ma'am.
So in that case, you can share, ma'am. I'm stop sharing my screen. You can come to the Google Meet, right? Opposite to your camera, means the camera screen. You can see at the bottom. Third one is the share screen.
Yes, ma'am. I know that.
Click on that.
Let me try. Yeah. Ma'am, are you able to see my screen right now?
Yeah.
Talking about this part. My screen,
my graphical portion. Okay, close this.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. You are on a data tab. Click on the data tab. Not in here. Click on the data tab. Yes. Come here on the data.
Data analysis.
Okay. Now I got it, ma'am. Sorry.
Are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Fine.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, let me stop sharing my screen.
Yeah. Okay, so
have I?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Anyone else who wants to share? Yes. Shall I proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Okay, so again, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
okay, so requesting go to the data tab or data menu, click on data analysis and select descriptive statistics and click on OK. I hope instructions are clear. May I click on OK?
Yes, ma'am, did.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Once you are clicking on OK, you can see the descriptive statistics dialog box will appear. Under this, for the first section, which is input range, is asking you to give the range of your data, right? So requesting you to select your data, and you can see what the way I have selected the data. I have selected the data, including the header or the label of my column.
Right.
So my range is A1 colon A89, right? So please see what the range I selected, A1 colon A89. Previously it was A2 colon A89 because we are not selecting the labels or the headers in case of functions, right? But here in the range I'm giving that, right? Now second section is asking your data is grouped by column or row. So my data is in a column itself, so we will go with the by default option. Then label in the first row, yes. In the first row, you can find we are having the label height M. So I selected this checkbox. For getting the output, we are having the three options: output range, new worksheet, and the new workbook. If you will go with the second option, that means a new worksheet will be added in the present workbook by containing your output. When you are clicking on the third option, that is new workbook, so the new Excel workbook will be open, which will contain your output. But once you are clicking on the first option here, that means your output will be generated on a same sheet. So I am selecting the first option. After selecting this particular radio button, please click on the dialog box opposite to it, right? And then select a blank cell from your Excel sheet where you want to generate the output. I'm repeating again. Once selecting the first radio button, which is output range, opposite to the box, you need to select a cell which is blank, right? Clear to everyone?
It should be then
Anywhere in the worksheet, but it should be a blank cell so that there will be no overlapping of the data which is available in your sheet. Right? Then come down and select the summary statistics.
Okay.
This checkbox you need to select. Confidence level of mean, I think by default it is giving us the 95% confidence level for mean, so that I'm not changing. But if you want to change, if you want to get a 95% confidence level or 99 or 90% something, you can select this checkbox, and that way this box will be active. Using your keyboard, you can make changes. You can make it 99, you can make it 90, 92, whatever you want, right? But I am going with the by default option, so I'm not checking this box. Next one is the kth largest and kth smallest. By default, once you have selected the summary statistics, it will give you the maximum and the minimum value of your data. But if you wish to see some other largest value or smallest value of your data, suppose I want to see the second largest and the second smallest value from the data set. So I can come here and I can change this one from the 2. I will type here 2. Similarly, I'll come here, I will change this one from 2. But I think there is no use of this right now. So I am not selecting these two. Except summary statistics, I haven't checked any of the check boxes. But I think I have made you clear about what is the meaning of these, right? This is anything you want to ask me? Anyone?
No.
Yeah. So you need to only click on OK.
Madam, just once again, can you please tell me about kth largest and smallest, both what it will give actually?
Suppose you want to see the fifth largest value of your data, third smallest value of your data. So you can come and you can.
I have to put 5 in both largest and smallest.
K meaning some number. Whatever you are typing, that will be replaced. Fifth largest, second largest, third largest, whatever you want to see.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Then click on OK. I hope it is clear. Then click on OK to get the output. I hope I can click. Yes, may I?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I hope you can see we are getting.
Very nice.
Clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am. 1.5.
Yes, ma'am.
007.
Yes. Now you can compare everything we have got from here. I think here we are not getting interquartile range, but interquartile range is very important. Usually from the point of those who have known the term box plot. I don't know how many of you are knowing the box plot. I'm not teaching box plot right now, but box plot is a particular, what I can say, graphical tool. Using that, we can understand whether the outlier are available in our data or not. So there is a role of that interquartile range, which is coming from the quartile 3 and quartile 1. So the difference of these two will give you the interquartile range. Clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So I think this way I'm summarizing the session now. I'm concluding the session. I say today we try to understand that what statistics is, what are the types of statistics, what is the meaning of variable, what are its various types, how we can measure variables generally when we are dealing with the variables which we cannot directly measure. So we are using the measurement scales, that is nominal, ordinal, interval and ratio, to measure them. According to the nature of your variable, you are deciding which scale you are going to use to measure them. That way you are developing your questionnaire, you are making or collecting your data. After collecting your data, you are bringing your data in the Excel, right? So generally we are using the Google form and all. So that way we can easily download the Excel sheet. So that means we are having ready-made data available with us. Sometimes it happens we need to code our data. So coding, I think everyone knows how to perform. Control F and H generally you can use to code your data. And then initially after doing the cleaning and all, we are
पहली बार मैंने किया है ये लिखा है हाँ 2 मिनट बेटो.
So we are performing firstly the descriptive statistics on the data. That is, we want to understand measurement, measures of central tendency, dispersons, and distribution. All these three measures are helping us to understand the what exactly the data is. Accordingly, further we can decide upon which parametric or non-parametric test we need to adopt to test our hypothesis, right? So that part we are starting from tomorrow. This is the whole thing which I want to convey you from this session to all of you. This is all from my side for this session. Now I think the session is open for questions and answers if you are having any.
Ma'am, just now you said about this control F and H for coding. So is this the coding which we like for what purpose?
Sorry?
Ma'am, what coding about you were talking about? I couldn't understand. What kind of coding you were talking about?
Meaning is that sometimes we are using, I think you have heard about Likert scale, right? We are using various kinds of scale to collect the data. You are asking the opinion of the people on a 5-point Likert scale sometimes. Maybe you are directly asking the dichotomous scale. So statistics it has a limitation. It cannot deal with the qualitative terms. It can use only numbers to apply the statistical test on them. So the purpose, you need to quantify your data. You need to code your data. So I said you can use control F. Control F generally everyone knows for finding. So if I want to find strongly agree or agree, so I can find and I can replace it. So I said control F or H you can use.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, because we have now added this new data analysis in our Excel. So, ma'am, first we did this descriptive statistics, maximum, minimum, sab kuch, as per our formula. And then we added the data analysis. So next time, ma'am, in the practice sheet, can we directly do from data analysis? Can we have to do mean, median?
No. Once you have added this, in every Excel now you will get that particular analysis toolpath.
So in the practice wali book, we can use direct data analysis?
Yeah. Once it is there in your Excel, whatever Excel you are having, if it is available there, so it will be shown there. If it is not, so you can repeat the same process.
Okay. So either of them will be valid, either this or that.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. It was lovely.
Ma'am, there is one more thing. There is one more thing, ma'am. Since I couldn't perform today because I got the link quite late, I was not aware that there is separate group for WhatsApp.
Okay.
So while performing, if I need to revise something, so Do we
You
have
can take
your
the help
video?
of YouTube, ma'am. You on this video will be available on YouTube.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
And
Thank
I
you.
request you to join the WhatsApp group. The YouTube links will be provided there. I think probably RFI is also providing all the YouTube links on your mails also.
Yes, yes, ma'am. There it is. It is there. I was just confirming. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have joined the WhatsApp group. Thank you once again. It was a wonderful session, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Pallavi, ma'am. Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Ma'am,
Excuse
just
me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Will there be an attendance link that will be shared every day that we have to fill or something?
No, Rajshri ma'am, it is the learning platform. We are requesting you to attend daily sessions so that you can learn along with us. There is no thing, but everything is captured during through this particular Google Meet.
And will there be a quiz at the end of the 5-day FDP?
If you say I can give you the test, till now there is no test.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, at the
ma'am,
end, we give the test, ma'am, we will take. At the end of FDP.
I think I'm not understanding.
मैम FDP end होगा ना तो प्लीज
Mhm.
टेस्ट रखना ना मैम तो हमको
I have no problem. Totally up to you people. If you wish, we can circulate a test. If you wish, because generally, as per the RFI, we are generally help you people to learn the things, right? So we are not testing the knowledge, but if you wish, we can keep the test.
Okay, ma'am. I'll check with my colleagues, ma'am. If they are okay, we will keep them. Thank you, ma'am.
Hello.
Yeah.
Madam, how can I get this curve for leptokurtic for this given data set?
Usually,
Here we had only the value of skewness and kurtosis value only. How can we get the curve?
in Excel, I think I need to check whether we can apply curve on that or not. But usually when we are using the other software, sir, so there is using the data easily. There are certain options using that you can directly draw that. Means you do not need to do anything manually. You need to only select certain options and it will be there.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Right. And Excel, I'll check if it is possible. I'll let you know.
Ma'am,
Thank you.
just one last question from my side.
Yeah.
That this I understood everything for the individual series today in today's session. But what if I have a group data or a series like which is having frequencies also? Is there any method in the Excel where we can find median, mean, or?
In that case, you need to convert your data into the descriptive form only, ma'am. Only in the individual series in the form, in the individual series form only. Because as you have seen the data analysis toolpack, it is taking data in that form only. And even when you're talking about the functions, function will also take the data in the form of individual series, not in the discrete or continuous.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Anything else? Okay. So I think we are done for the day. Over to you, Neha ma'am. If you are available here, we are done.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
So it's time to formally conclude this commendable and insightful session. But before we do so, heartfelt acknowledgement goes to the distinguished speaker, Dr. Sajla ma'am, for graciously sharing her valuable time, knowledge, and expertise with us. We would like to extend our sincere appreciation to each and every participant for their enthusiastic and active involvement throughout the session. We are equally grateful to the organizing committee and all our sponsors for their continuous support in making this event possible. And the participants, as you all know, this LGP is spread over 5 days. So we encourage you to stay connected and engage every day. These sessions promises to be highly informative and enriching with a strong focus on hands-on experience in statistical analysis using Excel and guided by our highly proficient expert, Dr. Sajla ma'am. So with that, we officially concluded today's session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Neha ma'am. Thank you, everyone. We are meeting tomorrow for the next session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. So Neha ma'am, I am leaving.
Yeah, thank you
Thanks,
so
ma'am.
much.
Yeah.